This week on Storytime at the Roo Bus, we have a bit of a bonus episode that's mostly video, so make sure you watch this on YouTube. We're going to the Billy Strings show, we're giving you a tour of the bus, and Ricky's helping out here too. So let's go!
Hey, welcome to Storytime at the Roo Bus, a podcast about Bonnaroo and other festivals. Daniel and I have a very special Halloween episode coming up for you. We're about to go over here to the Orion and see Billy Strings. Now the Orion is a newer venue here in Huntsville. It opened a few years ago. It's outdoor amphitheater and it's so super cool. We've seen so many awesome people there. We saw Mumford, we saw the Avett brothers, just tons and tons of cool people that they've had there and tons of cool shows. Check it out if you're ever in Huntsville. It's about 20 minutes from our house and it's located here in the Mid-City area. Now behind us is a venue called The Camp and it's like a bar that's here in Mid-City and it's super cool outdoor space. It's really awesome. If you ever come down to the Orion, definitely pregame at The Camp. So we will see you on our Halloween episode.
All right, so we're going to do this a little bit differently this week. I don't have the tripod, so it's going to be Charlotte and then me, Charlotte then me. She's behind the camera over there right now. So one thing I'll tell you about, you can see little Richard over here behind me. Fun fact about Huntsville, he's actually buried like just 3 miles that way. Don't ask me why, there's a whole history behind it. But anyways, we want to show you around Mid-City a little bit as we're headed over to the Shakedown Street that they do with the Orion. One really cool thing that I love about the Orion is they have been very friendly about shakedown streets around here. So every time there's like a jam show or anything like that, they have like 4 or 5 rows worth of vendors and Wookiee stuff. You know, if you've been to a shakedown street, you know what I'm talking about. They're very good about having that over here at the Orion. So if you ever are coming to see like Widespread or Billy, or hopefully they'll invite Fish back one of these days, come down here a couple of hours early and go check it out. I think you'll like it. But first, let's go take a little walk around.
You got a GoPro.
I do. What's up?
MC Tour Dog at the Billy Strings Live. Billy.
Hey everybody, we're actually inside at the Orion right now. So over here is the actual venue, the actual amphitheater. But what's really super cool about the Orion is all the outside stuff. So they've got food trucks behind me. They've got this barn section over here where you can go grab a drink before the show starts. And they've even got some ice cream trucks up in this area over here. So it's just a really super cool venue. There's tons of things to do. So in this little tent behind us, they actually have after parties where local bands actually play. It was so crazy. A couple years ago, we came to see Smashing Pumpkins, and they had wrestling out here, like during intermission or whatever. I can't remember, but it was so super cool. So tons and tons of stuff to check out. I mean, there's places to get a drink when you walk in. I mean, it's just a super cool venue. So if you're in Huntsville, definitely check it out, the Orion.
What was one of your favorite shows here, babe?
Oh gosh, Mumford. And I had kind of not been listening to Mumford in several years, you know, because that was back in like the 2012s, 13s, 14s, whatever. And I promise you, Marcus Mumford, he climbed from the bottom of the amphitheater. We were like at the top point of the amphitheater. He climbed like 3 stories and did not get out of breath whatsoever. Did not lose any breath. It was one of the wildest things that I have ever seen an artist do, like ever. And I've been to hundreds of concerts probably at this point in my life, and I've never seen anything like that. It was so cool.
All right, so it's intermission at the Billy show right now. And first of all, I want to give you a pro tip if you ever come down here to the Orion. So me and Charla are down here kind of behind the sound booths. Turn it over there, Charla, show them. So right over there is the sound booth. That's a bit of a B stage when some artists play. Mumford & Sons got on top of there and played a few songs when they played here a couple of months ago. But for most shows, a lot of the staff here doesn't care if you come down here as long as you're not in the way. So if you come down here for a show, find me and Charlotte down here. In fact, we're waiting on Papa Josh to get down here. We're going to meet him for the second half of the show. And as he is prone to say, we needed this. But yeah, we love the Orion. Me and Charlotte have been to what? How many shows this summer? Probably like 5 or 6. It's not hard to find like a cheap ticket on StubHub or something like that. And if you're watching this, you're probably a friend. You're welcome to come crash with us at our house. We're just like 20 minutes away. The one thing I will say that's a little bit of a critique about the Orion is the drink prices are a little high, but some of the places just down the street have good prices. The camp that we went to earlier always has specials. There's a couple of barbecue joints on the way that have like $5 shots. We just got a few of those, Charlotte. So I'd recommend that. Maybe just do one when you come in here because it's a little high. That's my one critique. Literally everything in here, otherwise it's amazing. So we're going to find Josh down here in just a second and see the second half. And we might do a little bit when we're back at the house. So we'll see you in a minute.
Hey everybody, that Billy show sure was a lot of fun, but now we're back at the house. Since this is going to be mostly a video episode, we decided to give you guys a tour of the bus because that's something we haven't done on the new YouTube channel yet. So follow me. Alright, in here we've got the driver's seat, and Daniel actually drives the bus. I can drive it, but Daniel's the one that mostly drives it, especially when we go to Bonnaroo. You have to plan out your route super carefully because this thing cannot take heavy mountains at all. So you have to plan out our route. Have to make sure that there's no big curbs, that we're not going through any major cities, nothing like that. So it's pretty easy to drive it to Bonnaroo once a year. Another cool thing, you don't need a CDL in Alabama to drive this. This is actually registered as a recreational vehicle. And the only way that Daniel would need a CDL is if he was using it for commercial use. So if we actually rented it out as a party bus and made people pay to, ride on it and things like that.
I don't plan on it.
If you're just using it for recreational vehicle, you don't need a CDL, which is super cool. So up here we've got all of our favorite Bonnaroo signatures. And you can read up there, we've got Roo Fitness, Celia, we've got Shayna right here, we've got Lord Taco right here, we've got Barry from the What Podcast. And over here we've got some more signatures and some more really cool stuff that people have given us throughout the years. So if you look in the middle, actually, the middle of the front panel right there, do you guys know what this is? This is actually, used to be a camera in there, used to be a functional camera. Now the cool thing about the bus, it started as a jail bus. I actually still have a key in there that says Sheriff Department on it. It was the Coffee County Jail Bus in Manchester, Tennessee. And we bought it from someone who had already had already mostly converted it, and we did a few extra things in here, and we're going to tell you about that.
All right, thank you, Charla. She showed off kind of the front dash and everything and where I sit when I'm driving and everything, but I want to show you this middle section. So this area that you're seeing right here has kind of been our VIP section for the past couple of years. So many of you know we have a big group camp with around 100 or so people. Many of you are probably watching. This area has kind of been like the lounge for our group campers the past 2 or 3 years. So I'll show off a couple of things. First of all, this table over here, you can see people have signed all kind of unspeakable things on there over the years. And we also have these 2 original bus seats. I think they have been here the entire time. There also used to be another table over here with another one of these chairs right here as well. The old one is still there right now. It's holding some of our things. But Charlotte put this in here instead because the old table was kind of rotting out. It had some old tickets and things from like the first couple of Bonnaroos. Would have loved to have saved it, but it was getting moldy, so for safety reasons, we had to get rid of it. I also want to brag on her because she's done a lot of other cool things in here as well. All these curtains are new. The old ones were getting kind of old. And also, her and Brooklyn changed these out a couple of years ago. These little beams that are the same color as the outside. Those were getting rotted, so they replaced those as well. One other cool thing I'll show you over here is we've kind of made this storage system. This wasn't here originally. I found these things and put them in, so we have these little cubby holes for storage. And we brought this in this year too. Like there was a Super Nintendo thing, like one of these little retro things. Lacey was playing that sometimes. I think Jums was as well. All right, so that's kind of the middle section. I'm going to hand it off to Charlotte to show you the back.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Daniel. Now, as I was saying before, it was Bob and Tammy of Manchester, Tennessee that actually started the Roo Bus. I want to say they started it back in around 2011 or something like that. But Tammy has actually been to every single Bonnaroo since it was Ichiku back in 1999. And when we bought the bus from them, it's actually a really, really super cool story. So we actually parked next to them in, I want to say 2016 or so. And we had a little Class C RV that we drove, and we took some of our friends up and we parked next to them. And at first we were like, oh, I don't know if we want to park next to this. This looks like a super party bus. They're just going to be partying all the time. It's going to be so loud.
I was like, I don't want to park next to these books.
We were so wrong. So Brooklyn had actually made a pie, and she actually took the pie over, and we made friends with them and actually added them on Facebook. Well, they were retiring and moving down to the beach, and they actually put the bus up for sale on eBay. So I put in a bid. We were actually on the way to a Portugal the Man concert in Nashville at Live on the Green when they used to have those. I put in a bid on eBay, and I did not think at all that I would win, because eBay, especially with valuable items or with items that a lot of people are interested in, you know, there's always one of these professional eBay people that will come in at the last minute and swoop it up. But somehow I won. Like, I put in a bid and there was still like 8 hours left or something, and somehow I won. And I have no idea how I did that. Like, we just kind of bought it seriously on a whim, and we drove up. We went back home. That was like on a Thursday, and we drove up to Manchester Saturday and bought it. Which is super cool. So I'm going to show you the back of the bus. So right here, we have 2 twin-size beds. And these are the original comforters that were on the beds when we bought it. So Bob actually installed all of these beds, did all the woodwork and everything on the bus, which is super, super cool. I mean, it's just a normal mattress in there. Now, this right here is another little storage thing. I actually found this on the curb and brought it in. And I found this on the curb as well.
These came from the curb. These things over here, my storage cubes.
Yes. One of them was in the bus, though, I want to say.
I can't remember.
Yeah. Well, anyways, this is actually where we store all of our electrical supplies right here. And then those 2 bottom drawers belong to Brooklyn, and she needs to bring me back the drawers. I'm going to call her out. Okay. So like Dina was saying, all the curtains in here are new. So I made most of the curtains out of pillowcases. I literally just took a pillowcase, folded it over, and sewed it, and boom, a curtain. I really like the style that it's all different curtains. Like, each one is different. I mean, there are some matching ones, but for the most part, they're in different patterns, different shapes. Really super cool.
Let me borrow your mic. I want to point out that I also installed all of these black lights in here. I really like weird lights. Thank you. Take that.
Yes, of course. So up here, it does have an air conditioner, and it runs so good. About the 2nd, 3rd week of June in Tennessee. Runs so good. So back here, we've got a full-size bed. It's either a full or a queen, I'm not sure, but it sleeps so comfortably. And again, it's just a normal mattress. I guess we could, if we wanted to, get like a fancier mattress for it, but there's really no need, because we really only use the bus once, maybe twice a year, if that. So it suits us for what we use it for. And it's really super cool. Under here, we have all of our storage right here. And you can actually open the back part of the bus up and put everything in there, our canopies, you know, any extra tents that we bring for people, anything like that, we store it down here. So it's really, really super cool. Now, the bus doesn't have a restroom, doesn't have a bathroom at all. I've thought about installing one, but again, we only use the bus a couple times a year, so there's not really much of a point for us to do that.
Too much work.
Yes. But I do have some plans coming up this year, so you'll definitely have to stay tuned for that.
All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us on this bonus episode. I know it's going to be a short one, and I know if you're listening, it's going to be a little weird. So I want to make sure that I tell you, go find our YouTube page where you can see all the stuff that we were talking about in this episode. And where can everybody find that, Charlotte?
Search for TheRealRooBus on YouTube.
Yeah, we have had stuff there for quite a while. All the audio episodes just kind of like automatically go there.
Yes.
I didn't even know they were doing that until a couple of months ago. Apparently you set that up and I didn't know it.
Yes, because people do use YouTube Music to listen to the audio podcast.
Well, that makes sense. But yeah, go check that out so you can see everything from the Orion and everything that we were just talking about inside the bus. We had hoped to talk with our buddy Andrew, who has been on the show a number of times, but he is literally on the barricade for the Tame Impala show in Brooklyn right now. He is about to live his dreams and see the first show of the tour. I'm very jealous. Part of me wishes I had gone to that instead of Hula Wing, but I'm very happy to go to Hula Wing. It's going to be a little cold there, but me and you know how to do that. We've done that at Burning Man.
Oh, yeah. Just bundle up a lot.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. So, yeah, I guess that's my pro tip if you're also going to Hula and hadn't been paying attention. It's supposed to get down into the low 40s on a couple of nights. But I'm okay. I got like a big sleeping bag, a number of like different blankets and things.
There's some hot hands in there somewhere.
I already found it.
Oh, no. I was
Yeah.
going to save those for Burning Man. Oh, well. I got some more.
We got like, what, 9 months until we go to that?
Yes.
In 26?
Yeah.
Some of you, I hope to see there with us. You know who you are. Jums, you in particular. I have many plans for you at Burning Man. But yeah, guys, I guess this is kind of the debut video episode since we did so much with video this week. This has been a long time coming. Charlotte had been trying to talk me into this for a long time, for like probably the better part of a year or two, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it made sense. Our numbers have been tremendous the past couple of years. There have been a lot of things that we want to do on video, and you're going to see a lot more next week down from Halloween. Just a heads up, the next episode might be a day or two later than it usually is because I'll have a lot to edit and everything. But yes, I plan on getting a lot done. And what you saw this week was a bit of a preview of what you're going to see from Live Oak, Florida next week. I'm kind of bummed at this point that you're not going.
Oh, well, I have to work, so. But if I went to this, I wouldn't be able to go to Bonnaroo, Burning Man, Thailand, all those other cool places.
Are we going to do a video episode from Thailand
Oh,
when we go there
we'll
next
have
time?
to.
Yeah,
We'll have to.
we kind of have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, I know this is a short episode. I hope you watched so you can see everything that we were talking about. Me and Brooklyn have a fun episode on the road and at Halloween next week. And I'm still going to pester you to schedule some stuff. You did a good job getting Drew last week.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm going to see him. He's going to be down there.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Me and him are planning to
you
go
forgot,
see
yeah.
J-Rad and Goose
Mhm.
together down
Mhm.
there. But yeah, see if you can get some other stuff. Think of some other
I
video
will.
episodes
I
we
will.
can do.
I will.
So we showed off the camp and Mid-City this week. What other things should we show off in Huntsville next?
Okay, we shut off the camp in Mid-City. I think next would be maybe either Campus 805 would be really good,
That's probably it.
or
Yeah.
downtown like Voodoo.
Oh, God. If we did video inside the Voodoo Lounge, we might have to put like, an NSFW tag on the show. But no, I like the idea of Campus
Mhm.
805. So maybe we should do that when we return.
Yes,
Go
that'd be
show
good.
off.
I think that would be a great one.
Because like we've talked about that before. So of course Brooklyn works over at Straight L, but it's an old school building. So every old classroom is a different office or bar. There's a pinball arcade in there.
Oh, it's super cool. Every time someone on the Huntsville Reddit says, "I'm coming to town, what's something I can do?" or, what's good to do in Huntsville? Campus 805 is my #1 recommendation because it's unique. It's not something that you're going to see in every city or every town. It is literally an old middle school and high school that was converted back in around 2010 2015 because they just celebrated their 10th anniversary.
Yeah.
So it was converted back in that day to be a mixed-use development, but it's breweries, it's different bars in there. There's a chocolate shop, there's a tattoo parlor upstairs, and there's even an accounting place in there now. It's where my accountant is.
Our accountant and Totem's accountant.
Yes. But it's so super cool. It literally still has all the lockers in there, and there's a really cool speakeasy, but you have to know how to get to it because you have to know to open a certain set of lockers, which is
Yeah.
really cool.
And a lot of you have probably been in there before because we hosted our "Oh no, Bonnaroo was canceled" party in there
Yes,
like a couple of days after everybody got home. That was really fun because we put up some sets from King Gizzard and Grizz on the big video wall while we all had kind of a very Bonnaroo party. We need to do that again sometime.
I think that'd be cool. I think we should.
We will have announcements coming soon about Totem events. There's one coming to Nashville. There's one coming to New York. We're working on one in Atlanta. And while this is a bonus episode that's a bit shorter, we do want to thank our Patreons. We don't have your names in front of us this week, but we do want to send you a big thank you. You have done so much to help us make Totem a success. I will have a lot to tell you in person. But thank you so much. We are getting everything done. And I did want to shout out something. It isn't as fun as the other things that we have been talking about, but one thing that Totem strives to do in the coming years is do an international program and help everybody learn about the music of Haiti. I did want everybody to keep them in your thoughts right now because like a bad hurricane is coming through a lot of that area. I think it's hitting Jamaica probably as you're watching and listening to this. It's already hit Haiti. I can tell you from my time there about like 8 or 9 years ago, a lot of the different villages are prepared for hurricanes that can be pretty strong. A lot of things are built out of like really tough cinder block, but still that's a tough storm that's hitting them. And, you know, it isn't exactly the most blessed country. So be thinking about them. And then if you find a nonprofit that is accepting donations, they've been hit hard, like pretty much the entirety of the history of their country, but especially in the past decade. So be thinking of them. One nonprofit that we would recommend checking out and learning about is called Consider Haiti. They helped us out. We did some interviews, well, not really interviews, but audio postcards with some people from Haiti earlier in the year. They were the nonprofit that helped us out with that. So look them up. It's Consider Haiti. See how you can help our neighbors down in the Gulf of Mexico. And yes, I'm calling it the Gulf of Mexico. Somebody can get over it. But yeah, Consider Haiti. Check them out and learn more about what's happening down there and how you can support them. Anything else from you, Cheryl?
No, I think you've covered it.
I did cover it. I hope so. Yeah, next week, Florida, Halloween, Wookery. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to be gone for like 5 nights.
Well, I'm used to you traveling, so.
Yeah, that's
But it's
true.
hard for me to sleep in the bed when you're not here.
Well, you got like our dog and Ricky there to keep you company.
True, this is true.
It's not the same.
The dog will take your spot.
Okay, I'm going to tell you guys something. Like, we don't mind like telling you things about our personal lives on here sometimes. Whenever I go to bed, it's not like Charlotte's next to me. Ricky's on one side. The dog's on the other side. Charlotte's way over there. So I'm surrounded by animals every night when I go to sleep and when I wake up. And every morning I wake up, it's like Ricky, like, meh,
Yep.
meh, meh. I'm demonstrating.
Yep,
All right.
he'll do that.
We're getting into nonsense. All right. See you next week in Florida or from Florida. Hope to see many of you there. And if you're not there, we'll have a cool video episode for you here in about a week and a half. It'll be a couple of days late, probably. You're good? Nothing else from you?
Yes, I think we are good.
All right. Get out there and radiate positivity. See you down in Florida.
Bye.